Listen, you son of a... What the is your problem? You get in my face with that, I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a... You piece of... You fucking goddamn... Listen, fuckhead. Get that through your goddamn head. Stop pushing your shit. So stop shooting your mouth off claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
People need to realize that social media, the news, politicians, everything and anything to do with these people and what they talk about is absolute and utter bullshit. Left and right. Social media is a cancer. Politicians are cancer. The news is a cancer. I don't care who it's coming from. I don't care what podcast you're listening to. I don't care if it's Joe Biden's brother, sister-in-law. I don't care if it's Trump, Kai Trump, Donald Trump Jr. I don't care if it's Tucker Carlson. I don't care about any of who fucking's telling you what and this and that, how many red pills you got, Andrew Tate escaping you from the Matrix. It's all bullshit. And these people I just mentioned are one of the main reasons why so many people are stressed out, losing their minds, having mental problems, left or right. It's just different, right? The left's a bunch of like, oh, I gotta get a booster, the environment's dying, oh my God, climate change, Elon Musk, Trump, racist, homophobic. Then you got the right, it's all just exact opposite the paradigm. Oh, the immigrants and the blacks and the crime and oh, the world's ending, white people, Jews, oh shit. It's all just the same thing, just opposite ends of the spectrum. And whether it's true or not, it doesn't even fucking matter. I don't care how much knowledge you have, how much information you have, how woke you are, how based you are, how open-minded you are if you're a liberal, and how much you're into equality and making everything so much better, and oh my God, be DEI hiring or whatever nonsense you think you need to be doing, depending upon your political leanings or what world or what planet you're on and what you think fits your narrative and fits your life. Because none of it fucking does anything, none of it made a difference, and nothing has changed. And once again, like I just told you about a minute ago, I can prove it to you. You wanna know why? When was social media really like took off? 2012, 2010, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And most people, which is not the reality, but most people, and this is again not the reality, but most people will say, world's so much worse right now, things are horrible, this and that. And you'll give your various reasons depending upon your political leanings and who you voted for and what country you live in and what city you live in, which further draws to the point that none of you are actually free thinking individuals. You are more so a product of your environment rather than actually coming to most of your political or leanings of ideology. We'll talk about that in a few minutes here. But most people are going to say like, oh, things are so bad, the environment's horrible, or immigration, the Jews, they run everything, or the blacks are killing everybody, or if you're left, oh, it's totally unsafe, you got to get rid of the plastics, the oceans are dying, climate change, oh my God, the waters are going to take over the world. And you're all probably really upset about something, you think things are really horrible. I'm so broke, it's so expensive right now, inflation's through the roof, oh, there are Nazis everywhere, whatever, blah, blah, blah. My point of this, which destroys your whole narrative, all the information that any of you have had, all the access to social media, all the access to all of your podcasts, or all the knowledge that you have attained and how woke you are, the pyramids of Giza and Gaza, the reptilian shapeshifters and the interdimensional child molesters and Alex Jones and the fluorides in the water and the food's horrible and everyone's dying and everyone's fat and it's horrible. Oh my God, cataclysms are coming, super volcanoes, I can't breathe, right? You know, that's what you're all going to think. Well, you know what? With the social media and the news and everything that you've had and all this knowledge and everything you know about, everything is the worst it's ever been, apparently. So everything that in the world, of all this wokeness and this enlightenment and awakening to the truth, whether it be left or right, I don't care which side you're on, has led to where we are now, which most of you are going to say is horrible. So now that defeats your own logic that this internet's great at being woke and having all this information and all this knowledge and being able to vote, and you got Trump in office or not Trump, or you got Biden, whoever you like, you got the black lady who's an Indian into office or almost won, or you got Bernie Sanders, whoever the fuck you think's going to make a difference. None of it has. It actually, like in your own ideas, has made everything worse, which it hasn't. It hasn't. The things have been horrible or big and bad or good and scary, up and down, left and right since the beginning of dawn. For the last 100 years, you've had world wars, you've had assassinations of John F. Kennedy, you had the Vietnam War, you had polio, all these different diseases and vaccines, and then we got vaccine injuries now, and then you had COVID, oh my God, cough, cough, get your booster, and we had all this shit going on, civil rights movements, women's rights movements, abortion rights, all this going on, and we got all information, but yet still things are as they always have been, shit or good, depending upon your perspective on reality, depending upon when you were born. The 80s were better, the 70s were better, now is better. The kids nowadays are a bunch of gay homos who are freaking out with 14 different genders. Oh my God, there's a million women partaking in women's sports, things are horrible. So, you know, hey, depending again what you're thinking, where you're leaning, things are better or they're worse or they're not or it's horrible. But listen, all this information, everything you think you have, all this power, this knowledge isn't doing diddly squat. So once again, I'm going to quote the old George Carlin, if voting mattered, they wouldn't let you do it. And all these people and all these social media companies and all these influencers, left or right, have got you all mind fucked, have all got you on strings like puppets, have got you all dancing to their tune for the purpose of making money. Some of them maybe believe what they're saying. Some of them are probably just bullshit, and some are just having fun. Some are just sensationalizing it. And the sad fact is this, is that most people are too dumb to understand that most of the stuff that is spewed is just sensationalized, over the top, got a spin on it, making it worse than it is, or better than it is, depending upon what freaking program they're trying to sell you. And people are too dumb, once again, to figure out and what the reality of the situation really is. Because reality is not objective, it is subjective. And depending upon where you live, how much money you got, what country you're in, what the weather is even like where you live, can entirely change your perspective. Which brings me back to one of the other things I said a few minutes ago. Most of you aren't even actually cognitively or even picking your own ideologies or picking the way you view the world. You are simply just a product of your environment. Do you think it's some kind of coincidence that everybody in a certain area votes a certain way? For example, California, Democrat. Do you think most people in that place actually really are Democrats, or thought about why they're Democrats or not Democrats? Or if you go to Florida, it's Republicans. If you're in Canada, it's liberals. If you're in India, you shit in the street. But you know what? You're pretty much a product of what your surroundings are. If you grew up in a rural area in America, in some kind of heartland in Texas, I guarantee you're probably 99.9% going to be a right-leaning Republican. If you grew up in Austin and your parents would go to university and you're like a left-leaning person and you're a female, you're more than likely going to be a liberal. So the point is this, is that social media, politicians, and the news are simply just puppeteering everybody out there. The algorithms are controlling your reality. What is really going on is not what you really think is going on. Maybe a little bit, but probably not. For example, during COVID, if no one told me COVID was a thing, if the news wasn't going 24/7, that the sky was falling, the world was ending, and I just looked at my people around me and who I knew got sick or didn't get sick, or how many people died or didn't die, I would have never known. I would think life was just normal, except everyone's wearing a mask, and think, okay, that's weird. But other than that, I would never have known anything was happening, because there was no people dying in the streets. I don't know anybody that died. I don't know anybody who went to the hospital. I would have never known there was some major world event happening where we have to shut the whole economy down and force people to take a jab. I would never have known that. No one would have. Or 99.9% of us definitely would have known that. And once again, the media controls your reality. And depending upon who you're listening to, what you're watching, will shape your perspective. And what's happening, to shut the whole video down really quickly, billions and billions of people on this planet are being completely and utterly thrown into the wash machine and spun around, and their brains are scrambled, and their perspective on reality is unhealthy because of all these social media influencers, news, and politicians left or right mind fucking you. I'm the Ghost of 8. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. And last but not least, and most importantly, stay black. Question authority. And want to hockey cracker to the shapes here. The billion moves, hard to chill. 7 levels inside. Do trust 7 maybe someone's flat moves fake. Ounce with the hill. As far as the frogs gay. White man bring you down.